good afternoon and welcome to the sunny south coast of England, where this Women's National Basketball League Division 1 fixture between the Solent Kestrels and the Reading Rockets signifies the end of the regular season. We started all the way back in September, and after 21 games we find ourselves here. This stream is brought to you as ever by Sonar Events, who bring you regular weekly coverage of both the men's and women's Solent Kestrels teams in both video and social media formats. Of course, this matchup matters little for the Solent Kestrels. They are unfortunately already relegated, but for Reading, they are still looking for that playoff spot. As we look at the form, Reading in much better form than their hosts today. 3 wins their last 5, whilst Kestrels still looking to add another to their single win so far this year. My name is Joshua Stewart and I will be your host today as we see these two teams go up against each other at the climax of this season. The Kestrels will be hoping that they can add just a second win this season and restore some pride to their season. We spoke to both coaches to see what their thoughts are ahead of their season finale. So, Annie, you were back here again, unfortunately after another loss, another close loss, this time to Bristol. How do you think the game went?
I can't fault our girls in the first half. I don't think we've ever scored 41 points this season in the first half, and when we played them away, we only scored 37 points. So to score 41 in the first half was phenomenal. Ruby Late shot the lights out. It's probably the best shooting game she's ever had. Just the second half killed us. We only scored 6 in the fourth quarter. I think, I'm not going to blame the referees, but there were some decisions that didn't go our way. We were getting fouled like there was no tomorrow. I think both teams were, but they came through in the end. They're the more experienced team, and experience shows in these basketball games.
As you mentioned, Ruby Lake had a fantastic game. Is it really pleasing to see that those players are starting to grow as the season goes on and they're starting to come into their own?
Yeah, I think with Ruby it's a massive confidence thing, and I've coached Ruby since she was under 14, so I know how to get, I'd like to say I know how to get the best out of her. I think she is more confident now. When she hits that first shot, she knows she's got it, so she just carried on shooting yesterday.
Today's opponents, Reading, if we go back about a month, it was a very heartbreaking 1-point loss. Are you hoping you'll be able to turn that deficit over today?
Yeah, I think we can. I think looking out there, Reading only have 6 at the moment, so I'm hoping that we can take advantage of that. We have a squad of 12, so hopefully we can run the bench quite a bit. It just comes down to key rotations, key defence. We stopped Cleary and we stopped Karpova last game, so we need to do that again because they're their 2 main players.
Obviously, this is the last game of the season. It's the last game in the top division. Unfortunately, Kestrels have been relegated. So what's next for the club going into the new division next year?
I think it's just a rebuild again. We have some key juniors coming up, but again, they're not experienced in the senior level. So it's just getting them experience and getting us back into that top division.
Well, thank you for talking to us and good luck for today.
Thank you so much.
So, Luke, you're here at Solent Kestrels, a team you have beat already this season. Are you hoping to take advantage of that and make it a double?
It's going to be a completely different game than the first one. I mean, we're struggling out with the injuries with this double header now. We are coming to it with 6 players. I think we are going to compete, but obviously we are going to be struggling. We played yesterday as well as Solent did, but we are coming with a short roster today.
Obviously, that last game was just 1 point difference. What lessons did you take from that? Did you learn anything about the Solent Kestrels?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I thought that they weren't going to press in as much as they did, but they did a good job at home. They were pressing. Chile, I think, is the point guard was playing good. They were playing balanced balls inside, balls outside. It was a great game, to be fair. And now they are doing it so good. This end of the season, I think it was 3 tight games, and yesterday they lost by 8 or something like that. Yeah, they are doing it good.
Obviously, they've struggled so far this season, but as you mentioned, you've only got 6 players here today. Who are you looking to step up and hopefully lead the charge to another win?
I mean, to be fair, we need just one win to secure the 6th spot. We already secured the playoffs. Now for me, it's more to get every player back and be helpful for the playoffs. I mean, if we don't want to take any risk at all.
Obviously, this is coming to the end of the season now. So where are your views lying now? Are you planning next year, or are you planning just for the playoffs? What's going on in your head?
No, we are focused with the playoffs. We are working for the playoffs. We have a great team, as we saw. We lost against these 2 games by less than 10. We could get Brent Bulls, Cola losing by less than 10. I think we can be on the top. We can win against everyone in this league. We just need a full roster, keep working, and be focused. That's it.
Well, thank you for talking to us. Good luck ahead of today.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
There we heard from both coaches. As mentioned by Gianluca, 6 players have made the journey for Reading. That's how injury hit they are. Those players are Thompson, Cleary, Karpova, their captain, Jarju, Devereux and Di Stefano. That's all they are unfortunately able to bring. Meanwhile, on the other side of the court, it looks a lot busier with Blunt, Goddard, Late, Bartlett, Britton, McDowell, Uzumafuna, Adegoke, Liberto, Jackson, Cotterill and Kostova all on the bench. It should be a fantastic game with a team struggling for form in the Solent Kestrels being given the opportunity to try and beat a team a lot higher in the table. As was mentioned, Reading are in that 6th spot and have secured their playoff spot. They'll be hoping they can hold on and not fall down the rankings anymore. But in a game of 40 minutes, you need to be able to have players who come in and out and stay fresh and energetic. It's going to be very hard to do that when the opposing side has double the number of players to choose from. But Reading do have that mental advantage of knowing they've already beaten Solent with some injury problems. But as you see there, the Solent coach, Annie Scanlon, in the middle of her mass of players compared to their opposing team, giving her instructions, trying to exploit the opposite team and making sure that I'm sure that she'll be trying to wear them out fast and make sure that they can take advantage of that player advantage. There is a very slight delay here at the Solent Sports Complex. It's for a currently unclear reason, but we are sure that we will be able to bring you the action in very, very short time. As you see there, that is all the Reading players that have been able to make the journey. Reading and Southampton not necessarily close in proximity, but definitely one of the closer 2 teams to the Solent Kestrels. Not quite a local rival, but between them and Brighton, definitely the closest. And obviously we think back to that 1-point win for Reading and that 1-point loss for the Kestrels, where the Kestrels led for so much of the way but then just couldn't hold on for the win. It'll be interesting to see if a similar storyline plays out here. We're still awaiting news as to why the game has been delayed ever so slightly. As you see here, both teams happy to take the extra rest, taking their extra instructions on. Of course, Annie Scanlon always grateful for every extra second she has with her new team. Of course, coming in after Robbie Connell left midway through the season. So making up for lost time with her instructions and her style. Whereas Johan Luque had a lot more time to work well with his Reading side and drill in their own game plan. Of course, Reading having the form on their side. They did lose yesterday in a very tight game against the Brent Bulls by 8 points. Solent lost by the same margin to Bristol, but Bristol were a lower ranked side than Brent. Of course, Annie talked in her pre-match interview about the loss and mentioned Ruby Late, who was on spectacular form yesterday. If you did miss a game, it is still available online to watch on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Ruby Late was 4 from 4 from three-point range in the first half, and then was 5 from 5 going into the fourth quarter before eventually finishing on 5 from 6 three-point attempts in a fantastic display. Florrie Cotterill also had a great game as she sees her form take a huge rise with a double-double of 13 points and 15 rebounds. Both teams coming back out onto the court to keep themselves warm and run some final drills. As again, we are trying to find the reason why the game has been delayed slightly. This was originally a 12 a.m. tip-off, but slight confusion now. But as you see there, Reading not wanting to exert too much energy in this warm-up. You do not want to come into the game already slightly tired, especially when there's only one replacement available for the entire team. It does also pose the problem of foul trouble for Reading. With only one person able to come in, should someone foul out, they would be left with no substitutes, which, as any sport would know, leaves you in a very difficult situation. Solent also have the advantage of being able to spread out the fouls. So whilst the team foul count may end up being quite similar, to spread it among 6 and to spread it among 12 results in very different situations. Solent had some foul trouble yesterday here against Bristol, as again, Annie Scanlon mentioned in her pre-match talk, disagreed with some of the decisions, as I'm sure every coach does, but she'll be wanting to make sure that her side don't go into that signs of trouble again. She's done a good job so far of making sure that her style of play has been imparted quite strongly on the Solent Kestrels. There's been a clear change of identity since she come in, and has seen closer games as a result. Still without a win in her tenure, but with a lot closer losses. The clock to signify the start of the game has been reset to 90 seconds. We can only assume there have been technical issues. See Solent working on their mid-range jumpers. And so we have just been told why the game has been delayed. The statisticians for the game haven't yet arrived. They are unfortunately stuck in traffic, meaning we have had to delay tip-off. We are very sorry about this, but unfortunately, as I'm sure many of our viewers are aware, sometimes the traffic just decides to throw plans awry. Fingers crossed though, we'll be able to get you a very hotly contested fixture to end this season very, very soon. This has not been the season of dreams, or even the season of sleepless nights for the Kestrels, with just one win so far. They have been relegated, and when they have won both the league and cup double last time out, it has been quite a fall from grace. But as ever, there's always next season, which is always the saving grace, as it seems the statisticians have maybe arrived, and we become just that little bit closer to tip-off. We're again very sorry for the delay here. But next season in the Division 2 Women's league. The Kestrels will have the opportunity to bounce right back. It's been a very young squad this season for the Kestrels, often coming up against much more experienced opponents, much older opponents, and perhaps quite crucially, much bigger opponents, allowing the advantage of their opponents to get the physicality dominated early. But next year they'll have had a year of experience, they'll have adjusted to the demands of this upper age group, the senior game, and only time will tell how they get on next season as they plan ahead. You can see there the second round of final huddles is underway as Reading break up and come onto the court. The Kestrels, as you can see, a lot more in number, out in white. Reading, of course, in their red. As the final handshakes, the final fist bumps come out, and the players get ready to tip us off. And so, starting for the Kestrels is Jackson, Blunt, Cotterill, Late, and Zamafuna. For the Rockets is Thompson, Cleary, Karpova, Jarju, and Di Stefanu. And Kestrels come away with the ball early on here. Blunt, so much more of a defensive force. Drives towards basket, tries to find Cotterill, but sees her pass go out of bounds. Just a 1 point yesterday, Lily Blunt, but offered so much more than what the stats would suggest. As Ruby Late misses the first shot of the game. So Karpova finds Thompson. Cleary finds Jarju. Jarju forced back out to Cleary. Sorry, to Thompson. Cleary now hits the mid-range from the elbow and gets us underway. It's Mafuna driving. Finds a brick wall in the way. Finds Cotterill. Jackson takes a rather hopeful-looking shot. Manages to retain possession for her side. But those low percentage shots are not what Annie Scanlon will be hoping her side continues to produce. As possession is very, very quickly given back to Reading Rockets. A slight confusion again. This court, Reading coach Juan Luque mentioning something to the referees, not quite sure what from our vantage point. But after a brief moment, we're back underway again. Thompson finds Cleary. Karpova finds Jarju under the basket, doesn't get it, but she gets her own rebound. Smothered by Cotterill and Blunt, but gets the whistle. Florrie Cotterill gets the first foul of today. It's Karpova on the perimeter. Finds Thompson. Cleary going around Jackson and gets the finish off the glass. Mafuna coming forwards, finds Late. How much would the Kestrels like for Ruby Late to find her scoring form from yesterday? There's Thompson. Again, looking very key so far. Di Stefano Finds Cleary. Karpova. Back to Cleary against Jackson. Thompson from the free. The corner three falls. The Rockets take an early 7-0 lead. Thompson left wide open in the corner. Some good passing there from Reading. Blunt driving, finds Cotterill. And there's the first points for the Kestrels. Florrie Cotterill on the board. Karpova. And Jarju to Cleary. Thompson. Di Stefano to mid-range. Doesn't go, but Cleary snuck in there and got the rebound. Jarju to Karpova. Out to Cleary for the three. Doesn't get it. Ruby late with the rebound. Jackson loses the ball. Finds Late, but Late cannot get it under control. Jackson is replaced by Kristova Dobreva. Ruby Late called for a travelling violation. So the ball goes back to the visitors. The Rockets racing into an early lead here. Karpova drives to the basket and gets the finish. Scoring quite easily and freely so far, Reading. I'm sure Johan Luca is very happy about that as Cotterill gets tied up, manages to get the shot off, but doesn't get the finish she was looking for. It's Jarju. Ends up with the ball, Cleary. Cleary with the mid-range. Swishes it. She finds some early form. She's on 6 so far. So Mafuna finds over Dobreva. Can't get the finish off the glass. Cleary. Jarju again from mid-range, and it bounces in and out. Kestrels getting a bit lucky there. Cannot keep up with this Rockets attack. Blunt trying an orthodox finish there. Seemed to make her mind up at the very last moment as to whether she was going to take the shot. Unfortunately, it doesn't go for her. Karpova thought briefly about a very long-range three. Di Stefano finds Thompson. Cleary, mid-range again. This time doesn't get it. As Mafuna outpaces her opponent, but then the ball outpaces her. Tilly Goddard now comes into the game for Lily Blunt. Cotterill with the mid-range, doesn't find it. Over to Cleary, back to Karpova. Calling with shots here early on, drives by the baseline, finds Thompson in the corner. Jarju from 3, doesn't get it. Mafuna. Kestrels trying really hard to work the ball inside. Mid-range from Ruby Late. Gets it. Maybe that will set her off. It's her first points of today. Rockets leading early, 11-4. Great move there. Thompson misses the open layup though. But Kestrels again let off the hook for a poor finish as Di Stefano is replaced by Devereux. finds Late, who just about manages to find Cotterill, who finds Goddard, who baits in the steal, but then possession retained by the Kestrels. As Mafuna takes over Dobrova with very few options. Goes for the spin. Goddard tries the second chance points, and Kostova Dobrova draws in the foul. Tilly Goddard there almost trying to finish on a pirouette, it seemed. As Karpova gets her first foul. That's behind the back shot as Kostova Dobrova comes to the line. But misses both of them. Thompson. Loose ball. Cleary gets there first though. But then Goddard gets the steal before being sent to the ground by Jarju. Nothing intentional about that. Just accidentally ran into the marauding Tilly Goddard as Jarju gets her first foul. Goddard finds Late. Late played all 40 minutes yesterday and is back less than 24 hours. Goddard misses the hook shot. Jarju finds Devereux to find Thompson, to Jarju again. She drives it along the paint, but misses it, and Kostova Dobrova with the rebound. Goddard shot blocked under the rim. But both sides played less than 24 hours ago with 3 o'clock tip-offs yesterday. And a lot of players involved today would have played most, if not all, of the minutes, such as Ruby Late. As Devereux gets the tough finish, takes the contact. Timeout called by the Kestrels. Currently 9 behind early on. Kestrels 4, Rockets 13. Kestrels struggling to stop the Rockets scoring. Had a bit more success in the last couple of minutes, but still suffering from that slow start. Conceding 7 without reply. Since then, still being outscored, albeit 6-4. It's interesting to see, though, despite the lack of squad depth, Reading clearly willing to put in the work early on. Whether they might exert too much energy early on, we'll have to see, but Kestrels definitely started slow, perhaps underestimating the intensity of their opponents given their number. But Thompson has already proven to be a threat from long range, whilst Cleary leading the way on 6 points. Showing her mid-range is definitely something to watch out for. Reading struggling a little bit at the rim for finishes, whilst the Kestrels are desperate to try and score from close range. Tilly Goddard perhaps hears me, decides to try and prove me wrong. She shoots the 3, doesn't get it. But Devereux for the 3, gets it. And suddenly it's a 12-point game. It's been a famous faithful. Dow takes the 3, but doesn't have the distance on it, and it goes out of bounds. been a common theme for the Kestrels of, bar yesterday perhaps, of not being perhaps willing to take the three-point shots as much as their opponents this season, and it has ended up coming back to bite them. Stefano finds Cleary for the mid-range, doesn't get it. McDowell manages to bring in the rebound. Down out to Ruby late for three. Comes off the iron again. But if anyone's going to be able to find that range, it will be her. Leads the league in three-point percentage. Helped by, in no means by yesterday's performance, as Tracy Adegoke comes into the team for Florrie Cotterill. Faith McDowell finds Rubilate. Adegoke waits, finds Goddard. Tries to force the ball around the corner to Late. Pass picked off though. It's Cleary. Finds Jarju. Up over. Di Stefano. Gets the whistle. Trying to charge into the paint there. Draws in the foul from Tracy Adegoke. Seemed more Tilly Goddard as a infringer of the rules. Karpova shoots a three, doesn't get it. But Devereux recovers the ball. Cleary tries a smart move, becomes too smart, loses possession. Ruby Late finds Faith McDowell, finds Goddard. Goddard gets the finish at the rim. Lead cut down to 10 as we near the end of this first quarter. Cleary finds Di Stefano. Just wanting to bring down this clock as much as possible. Devereux keeps the ball, shoots the shots blocked by McDowell. Goes out of bounds. The shot clock violation goes. 1.8 seconds left to try something. And Goddard decides not to go for the Hail Mary shot. Instead just goes straight to the bench to take on instructions from a stony-faced Andy Scanlon. Not happy with that first half performance at all. Scanlon's mentioned before about how he just takes those 5-minute periods of not being able to match up to their opponents and never being able to quite claw back that deficit that ends up settling the games. Have we just witnessed that already? As much as that has been the story this season, of course we cannot ignore the solitary win of Solent Kestrels. That came with a double-digit comeback in the fourth quarter. To see Devereux, Karpova and Cleary there. Only probably grateful for the rest, given how many minutes they've got ahead of them. They'll be trying to make sure that no such comeback is seen in these hallowed halls again. Of course, Solent Sports Complex, having seen a lot of basketball this season, both the men's and women's team, here almost every week since September, all leading to this. As we finally tick down towards the second quarter. That Okay, unavailable for yesterday's game, but has been able to join today's squad. As an already familiar 5 comes out for Reading. Be interesting to see what, if any, changes would have been made by Ioannuke if he was given a full complement of his players. Would this have been his preferred 5? As Cleary for the 3, gets it. Puts her on 9. And that's exactly the start Reading would have wanted, as McDowell does really well to keep that pass in bounds. Goddard not reading the run of Adegoke and ended up getting caught. And then another rather hopeful shot from Tilly Goddard. Sees the ball goes out of bounds. Cleary. Finds Jarju. Karpova, back to Cleary. Around the corner to Jarju. Devereux from 3. Gets it again. 16-point lead for the Rockets. Kostovic-Brova gets the ball stolen from her. And then Kostovic-Brova gets called on a technical violation. Asking for the foul. As it's sunk by Karpova. Brova asking for the foul. Referee not liking the tone she used, apparently. Slight disbelief there from Andy Scanlon without warranted a technical. The referee's deemed it so. Cleary finds Jarju from mid-range. Doesn't get the bounce she was looking for. So Faith McDowell enjoyed a strongest start to the season and then has struggled since to reach the same scoring heights. She'll be hoping that she can end the way she began. Perhaps get into double-digit points today, as Kostovic-Brova does get the call she was looking for this time. Oh, it's to the line as Ruby Late is finally given a rest, and in comes Fernanda Liberto. That was Jarju's second foul. Kostovic-Brova misses from the line. 0 for 3 so far today. 1 for 4, her first point. Jackson replacing Kostovic-Brova on the court. Jarju is replaced by Thompson. Cleary posting up against Jackson and comes out on top. Jackson struggling a lot early on to stop Cleary. Cleary gets 11. McDowell thought about the 3, decides to find Liberto. She does go for the 3. Doesn't get it to fall. Karpova forwards. Tries after a great tip there from Alicia Jackson. Stops the pass, finding the drive from Cleary. McDowell finds Adegoke again. Solar past the ball. McDowell for the corner 3. Gets it. Kestrels reply with a long-range shot of their own. It's Devereux. Drives past the baseline, pulls up and finds Thompson. Cleary finds Thompson in the corner. She's already scored from there. Doesn't repeat the success. It's Liberto. Gets the rebound after some good boxing out by Jackson. Jackson from mid-range doesn't get it, but McDowell sneaks in to get the rebound. Goddard, the three, doesn't get it. McDowell gets the rebound, draws the foul. Faith McDowell's introduced herself to the game. Timeout called by the Rockets. The foul on Devereux there.
In the second quarter.
Momentum just swinging slightly. Coach Juan Luque wanted to get ahead of that. Wanted to make sure that the momentum stayed in his side's favour. Still the 15-point lead, which I'm sure the Rockets will be happy with, but it's never a good sign when you start to concede threes and give away fouls, as the Kestrels have already found out today. Also gives his depleted squad the chance for a rest. 6 minutes 38 left here in the second quarter. It seems that Cleary is going to be the key woman for Reading. Way out in front on 11. Devereux's got 8. But with a foul as well. Cleary just having the best of Lisa Jackson so far. As McDowell sinks the first free throw attempt. Makes it 2 from 2. Gives her 5 for the day. Karpova. Again, calling so many plays and shots. Almost like a coach on the court. It's Cleary. Could not find a way past Adegoke. But Thompson with another corner 3. Adegoke having to help Jackson defend against Cleary. Ends up having to leave her own marker open. And sacrifice, unfortunately punished for it then for the Kestrels. Goddard drives by the base. Finds Jackson. Can't get the tough finish, and then Cleary brings in the rebound. Di Stefano did well not to step out of bounds there. Karpova from long range, doesn't get it. Goddard now. Back to Goddard. Adegoke to Liberto. Finds a wall of red in her way, and Adegoke gets the 3. It's her first points of the game. See, already having to be double teamed there, Cleary, and another 3 in response. This time from Devereux. The perimeter shots falling like rain for the Rockets. Meanwhile, the Kestrels are finding it a lot drier here on the south coast. McDowell for the 3, doesn't get it. Cleary with a double team on her in her own backcourt. That's how much of a key player she's been so early on. It's Thompson with the drive, gets the foul. Jackson just knocked her off her balance. Her first foul, and I don't think too many complaints can be had.
Replacing Jackson.
So 2 from the line for Thompson. Sinks the first. And makes it 2 from 2, gives her 8. Goddard. Waiting, finds McDowell. Nice drive, gets the whistle. McDowell having a very strong game so far. As Ruby Late returns to the court for Adegoke. Now leading the way for the Kestrels on 5. This is her first. Florrie Cotwell also on the court for Alicia Jackson. She does make a second. Dow gives her 6. Thompson on the corner. Karpova against Goddard. Cleary against Cotterill. And Cotterill having the success that time around. Forcing an air ball, and Liberto with a steal. But gets the whistle. Draws in the foul. Di Stefano that time around. Her second foul.
Roberto hits it line, shoot 2.
A look of shock on her face as that whistle came her way. Liberto gets her first point of the day. Kestrels really struggled from the free throw line yesterday against Bristol. Seems they have addressed those issues as Liberto goes 2 from 2. 15 points to gap now. As Thompson sends that ball to her coach. Fortunately, the coach cannot play, despite the fact that they may need him later on. Perhaps expecting Di Stefano to have peeled back a little bit. Just not quite on the same page as timeout called by the Rockets. 3 minutes 29 of the second quarter to go. And Scanlon there letting her assistant impart some instructions. Not been afraid at all to use and utilise her assistants to great effect. And Scanlon, as they always say, 2 minds are better than 1. She takes full advantage of that. See you and Luque. Much calmer team talk, perhaps in part due to the quite large advantage they currently have, perhaps also due to the less crowded nature of their bench. There are almost as many coaches and media staff from Reading as there are players who have made the trip. Late finds Goddard. Goddard and Cotterill just not on the same page, but Thompson says that's okay, you can have the ball, but she can't get a grip on it. Late finds Goddard. Trying to find Cotterill. Good idea, but Cleary just 1 step ahead. Di Stefano thought about the corner three. It's holding Kestrels so much this game, and Cleary drives to the rim. Just like the other times, gets to finish. 7-13. Ruby late with the jumper. Doesn't get it, but does get her own rebound. McDowell driving. Good finish off the glass. Puts her at 8. That's 1-2 between Karpova and Cleary. Karpova got a bit of contact there from Cotterill, just left a little something in there. Reading absolutely do not need an injury. That would leave them with no substitutes whatsoever. Cotterill does get her second foul of the game. Thankfully, it seems Karpova is okay to continue. Instantly knew something wasn't quite right. Does well to keep her balance there. Thompson driving, finds Cleary. 5 on the shot clock. Thompson pulls up from 3, gets it, gives her 11. Her third 3. Liberto finding Cotterill. Finds late to McDowell. McDowell for the 3. Doesn't get it, but does get the rebound. Too much on that second chance effort. Late for 3. Can't get it, but gets her own rebound. This is the second chance points for herself. Foul called against Cotterill, I believe. That's her third foul early on here. Perhaps the demands of playing 2 games in 2 days slowly catching up. Cotterill is taken off for Gustavo Dobreva. There's a Mafuna also on the court for Tilly Goddard. It's Di Stefano against Liberto. 5 on the shot clock. Cleary from the key. Doesn't get it. Liberto finds Goddard. Sorry, McDowell even. Her pass is tipped by Thompson. See Faith McDowell leading the way for the Kestrels on 8. Slate finds Dobreva. 6 on the shot clock. The fadeaway falls for Gustavo Dobreva. Her first field goal. Stefano finds Karpova, draws in the whistle. There's Mafuna that time around, getting the shooting foul. Over misses the first. Perhaps to a very well-timed scream from someone in the crowd, but she sinks the second. 30 seconds left in this first half. Rockets looking very comfortable. Roberta driving, gets a good finish there at the basket. Nice layup there. Now the Rockets We play to the court, to the half end even. Cleary driving, finds Di Stefano. Can't get the mid-range to go, and that's the half-time buzzer. Kestrels 24, the Rockets 39. So far it's been a shooting clinic from the Reading Rockets. Thompson, Cleary and Devereux all having great success from three-point and mid-range. Kestrels struggling early on to score, trying to find ways to score from the interior. Took the introduction of Faith McDowell for scoring to become a bit more free-flowing. She leads the way for the home side on 8 points. But Reading look a very different side to the team that beat the Kestrels by just 1 point. It seems unlikely that a similar situation will happen here. We'll be taking a short break, but firstly, if you want to learn about how we bring you the live streams, how the behind the scenes works, watch this to find out.
Nearly 60 students involved in today's live stream. It's been absolutely fantastic to see it all in action.
That's amazing. It's such a good setup here and a great game day experience. It's growing and growing every year.
I don't need recognition. I'm on a mission. I'm paying dues. I'm in position. I'm staying up. It's getting late. You're doing good. I'm doing great. Recognition. I'm on a mission. I'm paying dues. I'm in position. I'm staying up. It's getting late. You're doing good. I'm doing great. I know this life is right for me. I know the future's bright for me. I know my teachers lied to me. I do it for the ones that came before and nearly died for me. Recognition, I'm on a mission. I'm paying dues, I'm in position.
Well done, everybody.
It's getting late, you're doing good, I'm doing great.
Just a reminder that we do, of course, have the Fan of the Game award. It's a chance to win a voucher for Cookie Pie UK. And also for Player of the Game, Kestrels Player of the Game. Voting is open for that. You can go to the Kestrels app, click on Fan Vote, and it'll take you to the game. Just click on the game and you can see all of the options available for you to vote for. As we come towards the end of the season, we do have a couple of presentations to make from Basketball England, which will be conducted by Cliff Fulbrook. Each year, the different regions of Basketball England are able to vote for a number of awards, and we're proud to have on our team recipients of 2 of those awards. And I'm going to hand you over to Cliff Fulbrook now to introduce the winners of those 2 prizes.
The first award is going to go to a statistician who took over my role last year due to my family circumstances, and without this person, this club would not have had any statistician to fulfil our games, which is a priority. So it is, if Kai can come and take the photo, please. And it is with my greatest pleasure to introduce and present the award to Kayana Lloyd-Wheatley. The second award will be presented as soon as they they come out of the changing room. Yeah.
So this award is actually going to be presented by the Solent WNBL Division 1 coach Annie Scanlon, so we're just waiting for her to return from whatever's being said in the changing room at the moment.
Booty jiggy with the goalie. Got me reminiscing about my whole day. 3, 6, 7, no ball play all day. Moving out the track through the hallway. Tell me what you know about. I'm just saying, turn it down, or she gonna call the cops. Leave it parking on the op, she the one who got the drop. Just a free quick fix to the and it's okay. They gon' take me back to my old ways. I was trying to chill, pop a sip, the lessons I got a deal. Kick it with my mom and chill, take a crisp. Doing the dish, now I gotta let them know it's really true. Low, pretty, black, or Jordan. Tight in, pushing high, so high, now here, on the south, in the south, now, got the I ain't never looking for no handouts. Broke, never helping with their hands out. Find out where the live, they with 10 miles. You, world never catch me with my pants down. Always been a stand-up guy, rather stand out. Grab some mistakes, flip a vision with my pants on. The trillers wanna do it since pimp. Hands down, put his hands on me, that's a man down. Trip court, pips up, down, hold down, slow down. See they running with my old style, profile, now, you know now, thugging with my old style. It's a shame how they roll down, dirty like a dealer on my sneaker feature. Trapping through the speaker, pick up. Turning on phone just to reach you, gotta beat them, I'm the law. I better greet him if you see him. Low, pretty, black, or Jordan. Tight in, pushing high, so high, now here, on the south, in the south, now, got the Yeah. I know we just signed a deal, but I need my advancement too. Later on. Yeah. I need it. Your boy want some more, cause I got a really big team, and they need some really big rings. They need some really nice things. Better be calm with no strings. Better be calm with no strings. We need some really nice things. We need some really big rings. I got a really big team.
Okay, the final award that's been selected by Basketball England for the South region is for the Young Official of the Year. Now this time it has gone to young May Blanford, who is not only a player, she's a table official, she's a statistician, and she is now going to go for a level 3 table. So she's an up-and-coming official. And to present this award, I'm delighted to Annie Scanlon, the head coach of the women's team, the under-14 GB assistant coach for the under-14s, and also the assistant coach for GB under-16s.
Cause I got a really big team, and they need some really big rings.
just to confirm that Maeve and Kayana, having received those awards, will now be put forward into the national awards as well. So wishing them the very best of luck, that they're successful in repeating those awards at a national level. Very, very proud. The club's very, very proud, rather, to have such quality people who are willing to give up so much of their time to ensure that our games are able to run. Just a reminder that Kestrels fan of the game is up for grabs, so get right behind your team. 15 points deficit to make up over 20 minutes.
Welcome back to our coverage of today's the final game of the season in the Women's National Basketball League Division 1 between the Solent Kestrels and the Reading Rockets. The Rockets currently leading by 15. It's looked very, very comfortable for them so far. Cleary leading the way on 13 points, and Thompson and Devereux very close behind on 11 each. Facebook Dowes came off the bench to be a bit of a catalyst for the Kestrels. She grabbed 8 points in that first half. As we tick towards the start of the second half, there is a lot of hard work ahead for the Kestrels if they want to turn this around. Just a reminder, just over a month ago, both these sides were playing in Reading. Reading emerged victorious that time around, but only by 1 point. Mafuna gets a foul early on.
Safi Georgie called for the hold, only her third foul of the game.
So Georgie gets her third foul to start this third quarter. As a reminder, for those of you who weren't here at the start, because over the Braver misses the mid-range jumper, Reading only have 6 players. They are so injury hit, they can only bring 6. Carpova. That's Thompson, who ends up double dribbling. Gives the ball over to the Kestrels. Still no score in this second half. There's 6 players only for Reading. I'm sure they'll start to tire sooner or later. As Mafuna takes a rather wild shot, and then the ball gets caught under Thompson's feet as she ends up back heeling it out of bounds.
Kestrels ball out of bounds.
As Mafuna finds McDowell. Out to Liberto, goes to the 3, doesn't get it. Devereux gets to the ball first. Able to beat the press by McDowell, finds Karpova. It's a great 1-2 action there and a great finish from Karpova. How smooth was that? Mafuna drives, draws the foul. Di Stefano gets ready to come in. Great layup there from Karpova. Confused as to where the foul call was, never came. But Jarju gets her 4th foul. She's brought onto the bench. Delicate pass into Cristóbal de Grover. Liberto pouncing onto the ball. Cop over, pouncing onto Liberto. And McDowell's just couldn't get the pass in the way. The long range doesn't go. And shot clock violation. After a brief moment of confusion as to whether possession had truly changed hands or not. You see both teams putting their bodies on the line, even in this, the final game of the season. For the Kestrels, it is a matter of pride they're playing for now. They're already relegated, whilst the Rockets are fighting for positions in the playoffs. Their playoff status pretty much secured. Who they play and where they play still up for grabs. Cleary, so key in that first half. Mid-range jumper proving to be on fire, but as much as you worry about that, you've got to worry about Devereux, who also is on hot form from long range. Another three-pointer for her. Gives her 14. As Mafuna finds Liberto, but can't get the close range to fall. The jump shots from Reading proving absolutely lethal against this Solent defence. That time Cleary can't quite find the success of the first half. Goddard goes for the layup. Can't get it. Cleary just happy to slow the tempo a little bit. Shot clock reaches 10 seconds. Di Stefano finds Cop over to Cleary. Drives in, through the contact, gets the finish. Gives her 15.
Too easy for the Rockets right now as they extend their lead to 46-24.
Liberto, spin, but can only find someone in red. 22-point lead now has been opened up. Cleary to Thompson. Cleary driving against Gustavo de Breva. Doesn't get it. Gustavo de Breva brings in the rebound. Liberto finds Goddard to de Breva. Thought about the shot, decided against it. Goddard back to de Breva, gets the foul. There's a trip to the line for her efforts. That's Karpova's second foul of the game. And she sinks the first effort. And the second, 2 from 2. 20-point game. Thompson finds Cleary. Di Stefano now goes to the three. Gets it yet again. The long-range shots rain down on the Kestrels. The Rockets absolutely flying. McDowell for the corner three, doesn't get it. And just beaten to the rebound by Devereux. Cleary sees her pass stolen by Goddard. And Goddard draws the foul.
Cleary called for the foul, her first foul of the game.
That's Cleary's first foul.
By the Kestrels.
So timeout by the Kestrels. Now it's up to Annie Scanlon to figure out how to overcome his 23-point deficit. Remaining very calm on the sideline. Let's take on sustenance on the other side off the court. Again, the Reading Rockets bench has been a picture of calm throughout these difficult circumstances. There's 2 coaches and a sub on the bench, but whenever in the huddle, it's very professional, very calm, very still. They sit, they rest, they take on instruction, and then they come back out and do what they've been told to do. Looking very much a professional outfit so far, especially with such an advantage. It's been a while since the Kestrels have found themselves as outmatched as they have so far today. It's a great move there from Kostova de Brava. Sees her score again, gives her 7. Cleary finds Di Stefano. Carpova to Cleary for 3. Doesn't go this time. McDowell gets the rebound. Goddard. Kostova de Brava. Gets it again. She's finding some form now in the paint. Gives her 9 as she now leads the point scoring for the Kestrels. She averages about 9 a game this season, Kostova de Brava, but she's reached that now. It's Thompson with the layup. Doesn't go. Another rebound for de Brava. Goddard leading the charge. Finds McDowell. Sees her effort blocked by Karpova. And comes through the back of her. Bit too much contact there. It's the second time Karpova's taken quite heavy contact. Hopefully she's okay. She remains on the floor here. Moving very minimally. Really hope everything is okay with the captain of the Reading Rockets. It appears to be an issue with her shoulder.
The referee's timeout called for the injury.
She remains on the floor. Meanwhile, the Kestrels taking on more instructions. The gap down to 19 now. First time for a small while, almost since half time, that it's remained under 20 points. And all the other Reading players taking a rest as we've taken a medical timeout. Karpova still hasn't moved from where she fell. If, as it looks increasingly like with every passing second, she's unable to continue, the 5 remaining women of the Reading Rockets are going to have to put in a huge, huge shift to see out this win. 1.5 quarters left to do so. Karpova finally able to gently use her arms, and perhaps a neck issue, maybe somewhere between shoulder blades and neck seems to be the issue. She's finally been able to raise herself onto her knees. There's applause rings around Solent Sports Complex. She's now back on her feet. Very, very gently moving her neck. Someone from the crowd has managed to join the court and help Cup over with her ailment. Gradually getting more movement as time goes on, but still not moving happily at all. Never nice to see a player have to come off of injury.
Okay, so getting back up the way. 4:03 to go in the third. Kestrels 30, Rockets
4 minutes and 3 seconds remain here in the third quarter. After that delay due to Karpova getting injured after a foul by Faith McDowell. Karpova does not look in good shapes at all. Perhaps looks even perhaps slightly concussed. No dazed look on her face as we could return to the action. Cleary to Thompson. Thompson drives against Goddard. Goddard gets the block, but the whistle comes with it. Thompson with a trip to the line for two.
And Thompson with the step through on the dribble, draws the foul on Goddard. Her first foul of the game. Thompson's going to head to the line and shoot two.
Gets ready to shoot, makes the first. Clearly a key part of Reading's game is those jump shots, those pull-up shots. The free throws are no different. She makes 2 of 2. Restores her for Reading Rockets 21-point lead. Finds Jackson. Jackson can't get the finish. As Mafuna does well to get the rebound. Goddard fought back the three. Drives forwards. Can't get the finish. And Cleary gets the ball. Devereux carries it forwards. Cleary gets the ball against Jackson. So far, Cleary's had the better of Jackson today. But Jackson comes out on top that time around. Mafuna loses her footing as she goes up for the crucial moment. What Reading also have to contend with is Jarju's on 4 fouls. One more and she fouls out. But should she foul out, the only person left on the bench is the injured Karpova, who may be able to return to the field of play. We're not entirely sure, but I'm sure it's not something they would like to contend with at all. As possession changes hands again. Goddard is replaced by Bartlett.
For the first time for Kestrels. 2:28 to go in the third.
Sansia Brinson also comes in on the court. Mafuna is so fast, but just seems to outpace everyone. As Bartlett goes to 3, doesn't find the net though. Thompson to Cleary. Di Stefano for 3, gets it. Left wide open, and she said, "Thank you very much." Mafuna finds Bartlett. McDowell out to Bartlett again. It's Mafuna. Finds McDowell for corner 3, doesn't go. And then Jarju comes up with the rebound. Devereux finds Cleary. Jackson comes out on top again that time. Just over a minute remaining in this third quarter. Jarju can't get the shot to go. There's the shot clock. Made its way down. Sansia Britton. Francis Mafuna. Bartlett. To Britton, out to Mafuna for 3. Comes off the top of the backboard. Waiting to see the options. Jarju draws the foul from McDowell.
Foul called on Faith McDowell.
That's her second.
Ruby Late returning for the last 27.4 seconds.
Ruby Late, Lily Blunt return to the court in place of Mafuna and Goodson. Jarju just about keeps possession of the ball, but then Jackson comes up with the steal. Cleary comes back with it though. Jarju, 10 seconds left in the quarter. Devereux to Thompson, back to Devereux. Devereux drives, tries a very unorthodox hook shot and it goes in. Very fancy finish at the buzzer there from Devereux. And so, the third quarter ends with Solent on 30. But the Reading Rockets way ahead on 56. As Karpova has been able to get up off the seats, but is holding an ice pack to the back of her neck. So we'll still have to wait and see whether she is able to return to the field of play. If the remaining 5 Reading Rockets are forced to play out the quarter, they have shown no sign of not being up to the task. But the Kestrels will be doing all they can to try and overturn a 26-point deficit, or cut into it as much as they can in the remaining 10 minutes. Stover, DeBrova and McDowell leading the way. Players like Tilly Goddard and Ruby Lay, who had 15 points apiece yesterday, just unable to quite find that same form today. Perhaps just one game too many in such a short amount of time. 20 seconds away now from that final quarter of the final game here at the Centre Sport Complex for this Team Solent Kestrels women. The 2023-24 season not to be remembered. It has not gone the way they wanted it to at all. The one highlight being that win over Birmingham way back in 2023. A scene that sparked wild jubilation, the celebrations in the stands. And it's looking like, as a backcourt violation gets called on Devereux, it's looking like that will be the sole win for the Kestrels. Lily Blunt does a little theatrical performance there as to where she has to get the ball back in play. Long range 2, from Blunt doesn't fall. I mean, I believe it was a shot clock violation. called on the Kestrels. It's Jarju. That's Thompson. Cleary creates some separation from Jackson. Late does well to tip the ball away. Di Stefano to get things underway again. Finds Jarju. Back to Thompson, who loses the ball. And then Jackson almost picks the ball and Thompson up. But possession goes the way of the home side. See the immense strength of Jackson there. Dow finds Bartlett. It's late. Finds Lily Blunt on this near side. Back to McDowell. McDowell tries to drive. She does. And gets the basket. She reaches double digits. 10 points today for Faith McDowell. Good showing from her. Jarju finds Thompson in the corner. Cleary from mid-range. Doesn't get it. Jarju doesn't get it on the second chance effort. And Late gets the rebound. Bartlett finds Late. Blunt not quite sure where the ball was until it landed on top of her.
Substitution Kestrels.
Couldn't react quick enough to keep it inbound. Liberto returning in place of Ruby Late. Blunt doing really well there to keep the pressure on Jarju and Di Stefano. McDowell. Di Stefano for three. Couldn't find success that time. Dow finds Bartlett. To Blunt for three. Doesn't get it, but Bartlett ties it up with Thompson.
Offensive rebound. Possession arrow with Rockets on the home.
Thompson gets the ball. Devereux carries it forwards. Finds Cleary. So happy to work on the perimeter. Jarju. Devereux for three. Gets it again. It's been on fire from beyond the three-point line today, Devereux. Kestrels just have not been able to stop it as Bartlett misses her shot. Thompson, Cleary, drives, gets it off the glass. It's just one too many options for the Rockets. The Kestrels can't handle if they stop Devereux from shooting a three. They leave Thompson to do it. If they guard Thompson and Devereux, then Cleary can drive into the paint and score. As Blunt fires the ball off the underside, and then Jackson gets the close range shot. And then timeout now by the Rockets, giving his side some much needed rest. 27 points in the lead, 6 minutes 31 on the clock. It would take a collapse of quite impressive proportions for the Rockets to lose this from this position. But basketball is a sport that can surprise in so many different ways. See there, Annie Scanlon just giving some advice maybe as to how to perhaps stop Devereux. She's on 19 points so far today. The perimeter game really has been where the Rockets have found their success. The Kestrels just not able to keep up with the ball movement, with the spacing. Focus too much on the interior. Left Thompson Devereux to do what they do best. As Goddard and Mafuna return to the court of play. Karpova is also back in. Great to see that she's able to continue playing after that heavy fall. Cleary driving against Jackson, gets the whistle. There's not been a matchup that Jackson has been able to come out on top of. So second foul. So Cleary misses her first attempt. Makes the second. Mafuna. Roberto Jackson. Gets the and one. Good finish there from Jackson. A few protests from the Reading players and bench, claiming that the shot came too long after the whistle to count as an and one. There's Cleary's second foul, and Jackson goes to the line. And sinks it, 3-point play. Cleary tried to give it a go at Karpova again. Just wasn't on this time around. Di Stefano trying to create a separation. Does manage it. Cleary against Jackson. Out to Jarju. Back to Cleary. Can't get the finish, and Liberto comes down to the rebound. Goddard gets the foul. Johan Luque not happy with some of the calls being made.
Cleary's third foul of the game. Tilly Goddard heading to the line.
Cleary very quickly adds her third. But it seems she's laughing out there on the court, so I don't think she's too worried. Goddard makes the first after the ball decided, after a long time balancing on the rim, to fall the right way for the Kestrels. Makes it 2 from 2. Devereux just managing to get the ball ahead of Goddard. Drives towards the rim, draws the foul. There's Mafuna with her second foul. Yet to score today is Mafuna. Devereux has the opportunity to reach the 20-point mark. Which she does. Given her success from 3-point range, it is little surprise that she has been so successful from a free throw line as well. She makes it 2 from 2. Blunt carries it forwards, finds Goddard. Liberto could only find Cleary. He finds Devereux. Devereux's layup doesn't come off. Goddard has to spin in a few circles to get herself away from Di Stefano. And then gets the pass off to Jackson, and Jackson finishes well from in the paint. Karpova finds Devereux, Jarju. Cleary to Karpova, Karpova down on the floor again. That's the third time that she somehow ended up on the floor after a foul. And Luque's talking to from the ref. As Cotterill comes on to fill the play for Liberto.
Cotterill replacing Fernando Liberto.
No technical for Luque. Just perhaps a warning of, we understand your point. Jackson, it's a nice move and a nice finish. Off the glass again. Devereux spreads it wide to Di Stefano. Devereux somehow gets the ball ahead of Goddard. Doesn't get it, but she does get her own rebound, and Karpova gets it. Cleary out to Devereux, to Karpova. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Karpova's wild shot doesn't go in as Goddard took a lot of contact, needs to go down. As she gets replaced by Sansia Britton.
Injured to
I apologise, Faith McDowell being her replacement. Went into Cotterill. Cotterill out to McDowell again. McDowell drives. Jackson can't get the paint shot to go, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Kestrels, 3:20 to go.
Cup over off for Thompson. Jarju, the only Reading player not to score today. Di Stefano can't get that layup to go. Blunt out to Zumafuna. Dow for three. Doesn't get it. But Jackson gets the rebound. Misses. Gets her own rebound. Misses. And then he goes out of bounds for a Kestrels ball.
Timeout called for Reading Rockets.
Timeout called by the Rockets. 2 minutes 44 to go here. Kestrels 43, the Rockets on 64. Does seem to be that the final game of the season will sum up the Kestrels season. Sparks of creativity, flashes of brilliance, but in the end, outmatched. Just not quite able to keep up with their opponents. Devereux leading the way so far, 21. Cleary on 18, Thompson on 13. Comparison, the top scorer for the Kestrels is McDowell on 10. And Costello de Brovers on 9. Meaning the top two scorers for the Kestrels combined don't even reach the singular total of Devereux for the Reading Rockets. It's just been that kind of day for the Kestrels. Jackson, who gets it back to Uzmafuna, finds Cotterill. Jackson in the paint, gets it and one. A second and one call.
Makes it and draws the foul.
A foul on Thompson, her first.
And Thompson's first foul of the game.
Cotterill Maddow off for Bartlett and Tracy Adegoke. Can't convert beyond one, Alicia Jackson. Stefano finds Thompson, finds Cleary. Jarju, I'm sure she'd love a point. Di Stefano along the baseline, doesn't get the finish. Adegoke standing up strong there. There's Mifuna. There's Adegoke. On to Bartlett. Mifuna to Bridson. Great ball movement, and then Bartlett ends up running out of bounds. Di Stefano takes a little break, a well-earned one. So one of the referees just wants to double check something with the stats table. Less than 2 minutes remain of this season. Great move there from Thompson, gets Diane one. Just breezed through any defence from the Kestrels. Adegoke gets her second foul of the game.
Second foul of the game on Tracy Adegoke. And Thompson on the line shooting two.
Blunt and Cotterill to come in for Uzmafuna and Jackson.
Really Blunt, Florrie Cotterill replacing Glory Uzmafuna and Alicia Jackson.
Thompson. This is the and one conversion. Bartlett finds Cotterill. Cotterill gets the finish. Gives her 4 points for the afternoon. Again, not quite at her heights from yesterday of 13 points and 15 rebounds. Cleary sees that mid-range jumper go.
Ruby Lake replacing Tracy Adegoke.
Adegoke out for Ruby Late. Bartlett finds Late. Down to Blunt, whose pass to Britton couldn't get controlled by the number 8. Goes out, Thompson now for Reading. Devereux to Thompson. Cleary for three. Doesn't get it. But foul called on Blunt. Trying to race Di Stefano to the rebound. Won the race, but only because Di Stefano had to go sprawling out the other side of the court. Cleary finds Devereux for three. Misses, a rare miss for Devereux. But finds Late. Cotterill from mid-range, gets it. Gives her 6. The 17-point game is pretty blunt. throws herself at the ball. Cleary somehow manages to get the passer, but ends up being a backcourt violation. But with a 17-point lead and 14.1 seconds left, I don't think it will matter too much. Late finds Cotterill. Cotterill finds Bartlett. Bartlett cannot find a successful shot. She needs to get her points on the board. 6.7 left of the season for the Kestrels. Devery is just happy to watch the clock go. As the final buzzer goes, the Kestrels 49, the Rockets 66. And so the curtain falls on another season here at the Solent Sport Complex for the Solent Kestrels women. It's not been a season they will look back on with rose-tinted glasses anytime soon. One win all year long, but as with every year, there is always next time. So they go into the second division with a new mindset, with new chances, and hopefully with better luck. Thank you for joining us this season in our coverage of the Solent Kestrels women. We hope we provide you and the team with performance and entertainment alike. Stick around with us as we get the post-match reaction of the season finale very shortly.
And the winner of the Kestrels player of the game, as voted for by the fans, who also gets a Cookie Pie UK voucher for her 10 points and 8 rebounds, Faith McDowell. There we go, well done. So thanks everybody for all of your support this season. We're hoping to see you all back next year in WNBL Division 2 as we look to get promotion back to the top league.
So Lindsay, another win, you've made it into the playoffs, and coming to the end of the season, you've got to be pretty proud of how the way the season's played out.
Yeah, we've overcome a lot of challenges. I think player availability, injuries, things like that the last few weeks. So I think we've really stepped up to that very well.
Now, Charlotte, you were the top scorer today with 21. You were on fire from three-point range. Considering the last time Solent Reading played, it was a very close game. Were you expecting such a free-scoring game?
No, not really. I think because we didn't have many players, I got more minutes than I usually do, and because academy season's ended, I've been able to focus on diff 1, so yeah.
So Lindsay, as Charlotte just mentioned, only 6 players today. Was that a challenge coming in, or were you just, this is what's happened, we've got to do what we've got to do?
Yeah, I think we knew that we were going to be short anyways. We were a little shorter than we thought we were going to be, but I think everyone switched on really well mentally, didn't let that kind of hold us back. We've been working the whole season, if things don't go our way, whether it's, our shots, if it's external factors outside on the court, I think we've done a good job of mentally working on ourselves the whole season. So I think it's a good testament that we were able to do that today.
Charlotte, heading into the playoffs now, what's the target for Reading? Where are you aiming to get to?
We want to go as far as we can. As I say, we're short because of injuries, but all those players are coming back now and getting back into training and stuff. So yeah, we're very optimistic.
Well, thank you for talking to us. Congratulations on the win again today, both of you.